Started off Tuesday's training session with some floor presses, 225 pounds or 5 sets of 5. I think you can sense my disappointment here. This was much harder than I expected it to be. The amount of strength lost in that arm is just defeating. Moved into some single arm cable rows, 75 pounds for 5 sets of 12 reps per arm respectively. Was able to maintain strict form with the good arm, and then with the bad arm I had to cheat with a little bit of momentum to get through that full range of motion. You can see here with this rope face pull, look at my face, the level of intensity of effort required just to maintain a symmetrical pull through that full range of motion. That end range is just crushing me. That's about where my arm wants to go to absolutely zero relative to output. So kind of a strange feeling. And then moving into these close grip presses with the fat grips on the bar, no issues whatsoever. A little bit of discomfort, but generally able to rock and roll all the way through the sets. Quite a bit of volume here. Actually cleared 3 sets of 20 and 1 set of 19, so I was at the top end range of reps throughout all working sets. Great pump in the triceps, and then moved on to some single arm press downs, 27.5 pounds for 2 sets of 15 per arm after those close grip benches. So it's strange how some exercises I don't seem to have any issues whatsoever, and other ones I've got big issues. But we'll figure it out. Moved on to some lunges here, 211 pounds for 5 repetitions per leg. Fortunately, I'm not having too many issues with lower body training, and I'm making progress week over week. So that is a point of encouragement. I look forward to leg day more than ever before. Just when you thought I couldn't like leg day any more than I already did, I found a way to do it. Surprised at how smoothly this weight moved before backing off to 190 pounds respectively and managing to clear 3 working sets of 5 repetitions per leg. As you can see, these back off sets here, much easier for me to blaze through. Didn't feel anywhere near as challenging as that 211 did on my back. Having a lot of fun working the barbell lunges, feeling very confident. I don't find that I'm anywhere close to failure. Otherwise, maybe on the final repetition. Maybe from time to time across the last few weeks. Then we went into some dimmels here. High rep sets, 30 rep sets. Forearms were shot by the end. Glutes were absolutely annihilated as well. These are deceptive. Not to mention the pump in the lower back. My goodness. These are brutal. I didn't think they'd be that bad. I thought I'd start them off much lighter. My idea of light being 135 compared to other hinging variations, but that short range of motion just builds up rapidly relative to the intensity of the blood flow that you experience in those higher rep ranges. So the shoulder's feeling good today, but I'm going to be conservative with loading. I'm not going to overdo it. Run some fair numbers through. I should still hit progressions because I'm working with the earthquake bar. But like I said, my goal is not to absolutely crush myself here. It's to actually claim victory over this training session. Hopefully this is my first progressive upper body training session since that neck went all funky on me. So we'll see how this unfolds. Claim that victory. I did make progress. I was able to. Overhead presses here with the earthquake bar, 129 pounds on the bar, 5 sets of 5 repetitions, and I felt confident all the way through except for the final repetition of the last 2 sets. And you know what? That's okay with me because there was no pain, no discomfort, just general fatigue. And that is a feeling that I miss, being the contributing factor to me struggling to finish a set as opposed to absolute zero when it comes to output from the arm, which I did experience here on the wide grip pull downs, but I figured I would because these tend to be the most challenging for me to do, any pull down variation, and I took the same strategy as I have been employing, starting with the lighter loads and then increasing the load on a per working set basis while tapering down the rep ranges, and I was able to pull relatively symmetrically through the lighter loads, and then I struggled to do so as the weight increased. Then went into some dumbbell chest presses here with the thick grips, using the fat grips on the bar. 45 repetitions for set 1, 35 repetitions for set 2, 25 repetitions for set 3, and then transitioned into the standing easy bar French press. And let me tell you, last time I took this combo for a spin, even though it wasn't a superset, they were just back-to-back executions, my triceps were so freaking sore, like 10 out of 10 sore. I'm imagining it had something to do with the fact that both of these are very stressful on the triceps, coupled with the reality that I don't usually do either of them, and the extremely high rep ranges as per both working sets. So I hammered them again, and my triceps were equally as sore. That's kind of how it goes. And then I went into reverse curls here with the 52-pound barbell. Somewhat disappointing considering I really struggle with these. My strong arm was good. My other arm, not even close. Having to cheat with 52 pounds. Whew! Then we went into barbell squats on Sunday, 338.5 pounds, specific there with the micro loading. 7 working sets, 5 repetitions per set, straight across with the maintenance of the load on the bar. A little bit of struggle holding the bar on my back, going to be completely honest there. Didn't feel all that confident. And then I moved into some deficit pulls, 420 pounds for 1 top end triple. It was not a pretty triple. The form breakdown was present. I expected it would occur. I haven't been able to pull anything half decent in a minute, and I was willing to take the L on the form breakdown just to feel better with that weight, because that weight actually isn't all that heavy for me off a deficit, which is kind of disappointing that my form broke down as it did. And then finished off this training session and the week with reverse hypers, 200 pounds for 5 sets of 8, and I feel a little more encouraged.